Friends. I hope everyone is having an awesome TCEA. So, yesterday I told y'all that I would double vlog today because I was absolutely exhausted yesterday. So, let's get started. Okay, so the first session I went to yesterday was Leslie Fisher's Tools You Can Use Tomorrow. If you've never been able to go to a Leslie Fisher presentation, you need to go because I think I said this on Monday, but I learned something every single time. So she went over the immersive reader, she went over how awesome it is, and she went over some more things, but then I was facilitating a session and I had to run and go to another one. And that was Wakelet Up Before You Go Go. I love Wakelet, but I have not gotten to use it very much because I don't know it. I love it because I've seen how it's used. And if you've never used Wakelet, it is basically an educational Pinterest. It is a collection tool where you can put things literally from anywhere into the same thing. I went to this awesome session where I met Tisha, who, if you don't know, is a Bunsey, Wakelet, and something else ambassador. And I learned so much from her. She is at Texas TX Tech Chick on Twitter, and I learned so much from her. I'm very sorry to the presenters because I spent the whole time talking to Tisha because she was teaching me about Wakelet while they were presenting. I learned a lot of awesome things, and it was great. Then I went to Dishing Up Some Digsit with Shannon Miller, Liv Bits, and Becky Calzada, and that one was awesome. And I had a lot of fun listening to them, so much so that I did not take good notes, but I did get their link. They had a really great conversation about how digital citizenship is changing and how we keep up with it. And there are also ISTE standards for digital citizenship. And then I went to How to Become a Google Certified Trainer from Casey Bell. It was super duper interesting because I am Google Level 1 certified. I'm working on Level 2. I've been studying for it. And I hope to eventually be a Google trainer, hopefully soon, fingers crossed. And so this was a super informative, really great session that kind of got me thinking of how this can work out, kind of how what the plan is for that. And it was really informative. Then I went to Choose Your Own Adventure with Google Slides, Forms, and Sheets with Jamie Morgan as a presenter. This was another one that I facilitated, and it was so cool. I have heard about how you can use Google Slides to make a Choose Your Own Adventure, kind of like we used Choose Your Own Adventure books when we were little. And I am hoping that I can make something cool for my students. Then I went to All About the Rocket Book, back to Leslie Fisher. Her love of the Rocket Book is so much that I bought a Rocket Book at last year's TCEA. And so I wanted to go to a session this year on just how else I can use it. And I love my Rocket Book. If you've never used one, it is basically an everlasting notebook where you take notes and then you use the app on your phone and you scan it. And then you can email those notes to yourself. You can scan them to your drive. You can email them to someone. You can text yourself. It is amazing. I have been using it for my students who forget paper or pencils or things to write with because then I can just scan it and then send them their notes. Then I went to Video Killed the Media Literacy Star from Jennifer Lagarde, and it was amazing. It was about knowing more than just digital literacy, but knowing how to tell about fakes. Then I went to Getting the Most Out of Google Sheets, and this was the most interesting session I went to, so much so that I was still talking about it today because I love Google Sheets and I know there's so much that you can do with it, and I've really wanted to get into using the formulas and the if formula more, and this was definitely a deep dive into that. If you are interested in going over any of these, I have all of the presentations in my TCEA folder where I'm sharing out the notes, and they're also linked in the notes. Then I went to Sharing Student Success with Digital Portfolios on Google Sites with Frank Murray, who is El Capi Tech, and he is with Fried Technology. And this was another awesome session, and I loved it because he had the part where he talked about it and showed all the cool things you can do with Google Sites. And then the next part was, if you've never used a Google site, how to just build a basic one. And then for Google Site Ninjas, we had to make a Google site and do 3 challenges. One was embedding your Twitter feed into a Google site, inserting a folder from your drive, and then creating an image carousel. And so I made one, and it took a little longer than I expected it to, But it was really, really cool in the end because I had to figure out how to do these things that I had never done before. And so I loved having that time in a session where I could build something and leave it, kind of like a make and take. And so I built this. And then if you want to go to it, this is linked in my notes. But if you go to the TCEA 2020 page, I have the folder. Let's see if it loads. There it is, with all of the links from this week. And then I also have my About Me. And then, like I said, I embedded my Twitter feed. Let's see if it'll load. Well, it's there if you're interested. After that, I followed Frank Murray, went to his next session on must-have Google Hacks. I have already been to one of his must-have Google Hacks session before, and then I had to run to, I think I was presenting at Mackin afterwards. So I went to that. And then I went to the Learning Mixologist, Shaken and Infused, with Casey Bell and Holly Clark. This was a really cool session about taking old lessons, like writing assignments, and shaking them up and embedding technology in them. And theirs was awesome and changed the way that I hope projects will look in the future and currently. And I can't wait to share these with my teachers. And that was it for yesterday. Again, my notes are here. They're on Twitter. They are on that Google site. And if you would like them, feel free to tweet me and I'll send them to you. Then today's notes are bit.ly, come on, load, /Lispy Lib, capital L, all caps TCEA 3. So I started my day with Tisha Ponio and Deb Zeman on student innovation, inspiration, and leadership with Flipgrid and more. This was an awesome one. I love Flipgrid. I am a student voice ambassador. And I already love Flipgrid, but this was a really interesting session because it opened my eyes to some different things that I can use Flipgrid for, as well as different reasons to use Flipgrid that I never really thought about, and also some updates on the app. Then I went to Creating Libraries of Tomorrow for Students of Today with Jennifer Lagarde, and it was very, very enlightening as to how in danger librarians are and how relevant we are as well, and how libraries need to change in the future to stay relevant. And she said we need to be multimodal, mobile, and personalized. And then I had coffee with Bunsey Bryan, where he taught me some new things about Bunsey and kind of updated me on some things that I hope to use in the future. If you've never used Bunsey, it's really cool. You should get on it. Then my session on So You Want to Be a Vlogger was from 12 to 2 in the poster area, interactive learning lounge. If you came, thank you so much. If you didn't, my link for the presentation is bit.ly/wanavlog, all lower caps. Then I went to sketchnoting with Matt Miller, and I had to run out of that one because then I was presenting back at the Mackin booth, and it has been wonderful. It has been an awesome, awesome week. I can't believe it's already Wednesday. Tomorrow is the last full day and the last day of the exhibits, and then Friday we have about a half day. So I'm kind of sad it's over, but my 15,133 steps for today are why I am really tired. Feet are tired, my hair's a mess, I'm ready for bed. So it has been an awesome, awesome week. I can't wait for the rest. And oh my God, my husband is standing at my window with a lightsaber. Scared me. And now my dog is mad. It has been an awesome, awesome week. Thank y'all for following me. Thank you for sharing my tweets. And I hope that these vlogs and notes have been super helpful. Bye, y'all.